104, hot at you Thursday. Get on Gutterball. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. You want to be a guest on Gutterball? You could be sitting there talking to us right now. Best way to get a hold of us is Instagram. DM us. Doesn't matter who you are. All walks of life. Gay, straight, not racist. We don't take racists on the cast. But anyone else, Paul, right? We're pretty much open to. Yeah, we're open to. Yeah, so just get on the podcast. We want to speak to you. We got a great list of topics. Before that, we're gonna do song of the week as always, and how our weeks have been. Paul, what's popping? What's new in your world? What's grooving? What's pissing you off this week? Actually, what's like making you mad? Anything?
Being sick, so this week's been terrible. I had to take Friday off of work last week. It was that bad. I was just like bedridden, fever, sore throat, stuffy nose, just coughing up phlegm, really bad sore throat. And then this whole weekend I had plans. I kind of canceled all that, sick. And then I've been still sick this whole week. I haven't even went to boxing at all for like over a week or since last Friday because or Thursday, just because of how sick I've been. It started kind of Thursday evening right after the cast, and then Friday, like Thursday evening, I woke up. I just felt terrible. Um, I'm hoping to go to boxing maybe tomorrow. I've still been like lightly lifting weights at home in small bursts when I've had time, but it's been a kind of a shitty week. I'm still, doing work. Been working this week, getting stuff done, but it just felt like garbage. How about you?
I'm all right. Not sick, so I can't even complain too much. I haven't been sick in months, and God forbid I get sick. It's the worst. Just like throws our whole routine off, and you're just like,
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
So well, I hope you feel better soon. My week's
Thanks.
been awful. Like I'm walking through hell. Literally, is every step that I take. It's the worst life I've ever
I
could
don't.
possibly live.
Why?
Uh, I hate myself and everything. No, no, it's pretty good. It's all right. Yeah, this is my therapy. I'm gonna just start going in on all the bad things that are happening to me to be really sad and depressed. That might get a good audience. Anyway, no, I'm all right. I'm better because Paul, they dropped it. Well, we're going right to song of the week. Fuck my week. We're going to song of the week. Paul, they dropped a new Black Dahlia Murder song. Now, for those that don't know, the Black Dahlia Murder, deathcore, death metal band from like 2005 ish, maybe even early 2002 ish. Lead singer recently passed away in 2022, Trevor Strand. So the band took a little hiatus. We weren't sure if music was going to come out. Then they did 2 tours most recently. And they finally put out a new single for the new album called Servitude, coming out on June 27th. The single is called Aftermath. Very anticipated. It features Brian Esbach, the second lead founder of the band, former lead guitarist on vocals. So it's really cool that now the band has 3 lead guitarists. It has Ryan Knight, Brandon Ellis, and Brian Esbach. So you get those really good riffs. Now the song came out. Is it the best Black Dahlia song in the world, Paul? No, it's not. It's not the greatest thing. It's really good. He sounds very similar to Trevor. Not like he's mimicking him though, but he sounds really good. Um, he had the able to get the fry and then the guttural screams. Because if you listen to Trevor Strand, a lot of his thing is like high pitch, and then he's gonna go low, so to like tell certain parts of the story. And most Black Dahlia songs are like stories at heart. Vocals are like old school unhollowed vocals where the song starts, vocals the entire song, maybe there's no singing for like 20 seconds. I love that. He goes really off, really fast paced, super good. Songs about like zombies and dying and kind of like just like dealing with the aftermath of death, I guess, because obviously he passed away. So super anticipated. I stayed up to midnight for that, listened to that a couple times, was blown away because they sounded really good. Guitar riffs weren't anything special for 3 guitarists as in the band. It was like, It sounded very similar to Verminous. And drumming, as always, from Alan Cassidy, or I think that's his name, is solid. So the song's really good. They put out a little music video. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where they go from there. Excited to see the new album. They have some merch coming out. I won't buy any of that. But yeah, Paul, you should give that a listen. The Black Dahlia Murder Aftermath. So
Yeah,
nice.
I'll check it out. Sounds pretty good. My song of the week is Fred Flintstone by Jody and the High Rollers, Riff Raff's new project, Jody and the High Rollers, where he actually has a band and he's the lead singer, and it's pretty good. It's different. He's been teasing this stuff for like the last 3 years, I swear, on Instagram, but has never released anything. Um, but now they actually have a music video and a song out, and probably an album coming or mixtape or whatever soon. So that's just a
I've
good
heard of
song.
that.
I like it.
I thought it was the Fred Flintstone Joji Kenny Beats. Have you heard that?
No.
What even he okay? So Joji Filthy Frank goes on Kenny Beats the Cave and writes a song about Fred Flintstone, He's like, all that's left of you was them gummies. They used to say yabba dabba doo. Now they
Oh,
say
really?
yabba dabba who. You haven't heard that? It's like a minute long. Wilma, he does the voice. Go listen to that. I thought that was that song. Is it about Fred
Oh,
Flintstone? Is that what the song's about?
that's just like the main chorus, but not really, I'd say.
Or we do like Hank Trill, but like Yabba Dabba Trill or
That'd
something.
be funny. You know, speaking of that, I saw something called, it was recommended to me today on YouTube called Netflix and Drill. Have you seen that?
No,
It's
oh, I don't
it's
even some trap. I don't even want to know
bro,
what.
it's like animated. There's a Harry Potter animated and a Hagrid, and it's Harry and Hagrid, and they're rapping, and they're like actually they have bars with like a fucking trap beat, and it's like animated 3D, like it's a whole like music video by like Netflix and Drill's a YouTube channel,
Okay.
and just look up Netflix and Drill Harry and Hagrid. It's fucking weird, dude. I'm like, who took the time to make this and like write out actual lyrics that have to do with Harry Potter, but it's like a trap song?
What the fuck? Yeah, people are wild. I mean, it could be AI at this point now, for all we
Yeah.
know. If it's super recent. I know Hank Trill isn't because they didn't have good AI programs. He wrote all that shit. Why don't we do that, Paul? I'll play Fred Flintstone. I'll play no wait. I'll play Wilma. You can do Fred Flintstone, except you don't kiss or anything like that because we're not married. Oh, I'll play one of the kids. I'll play Trans Barney. You can get away with
I'm
that.
gonna be that fucking. I want to be that sync dinosaur thing, whatever they have. It's like, yeah, or whatever
Oh,
the
fuck.
ostrich.
I wanna be the fucking bird whose tail they pull to sound an alarm, so they just fucking torture it every day. They
Its
pull on its
tail's
tail and it
just
talks.
sore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's just sore.
horrible.
Its ass is
It's
fucking
just
yeah.
the Flintstones. I'm pretty sure is just animal abuse.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
all.
mean, they to get out of work, they slide down a dinosaur for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
They use it
yeah.
as a fucking staircase. They
Whoa,
use a
yeah.
living
Hey,
animal as a
Barney.
staircase.
Yeah, I
Imagine you
really.
like your fucking plane's broken down. They roll up an elephant. It's like, all right, climb on the elephant's back, and it's consistent in order of elephants.
Did
And just
you ever see
falling.
the John Goodman live action movie?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty
that's a
spicy.
yeah. No, we would watch that, and even as a kid, we knew this was awful. This is terrible. No one liked that,
The
right?
little twinkle toes when he went to go bowl.
Gross. Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want to
like
see
that.
John Goodman barefoot. Yeah, who the fuck directed
I
that?
always like the Adult Swim Flintstones. Like he accidentally murders Fred, like Barney does. He's like having to hide the body or something. Like he accidentally kills somebody. Oh no, he's trying to like hide the body or like puts it in the blender or whatever. It's
I don't think I've
terrible.
seen that one, but how do you think they deal with murder in the Fred Flintstone? What do they live? Bedrock, right? How do you think they
Yeah.
deal with murder in Bedrock? Is it straight to death? Do you think that they have capital punishment there? Do you think they cut a hand
It's
off?
probably something horrible, like they drop a stone on your head or something.
Yeah,
Like
because they
dunk and all
use
your teeth
animals. They
get
already
knocked out.
abuse animals. So
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
they do? Like, what happens if Fred cheats on Wilma one of these days? Does he get like coconut dropped on his head or something? That'd be funny.
Yeah, dunk. He gets his fucking sense knocked out of him. He's stupid
Yeah,
now.
he's all fucking dizzy. No, that's good shit. But yeah, that wraps up song of the week. Check out both those songs, Jody and the High Rollers, the Black Dahlia Murder. It's a good little, it's different right there.
Yeah, yeah. Good
Polarizing
little.
song.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine's better, but yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Well, I want to get into this because I wanna ask this. I've been meaning to ask this. Do you like? Now I'm a pretty picky eater. I don't know. I feel
Yeah, I
like
know.
you're more open to eating. Yeah, I've been eating a lot more lately now.
That's
Which
good.
has been good. I had vegetables for the first time.
They're really
Vegetables?
good. They're pretty good, man.
Anyone
What?
that says vegetables are good, go to hell. I eat them because like they're good for me. They don't taste good
Well,
unless you
is there
slather them in butter and
it,
shit.
like? Do you like carrots?
I'll eat raw carrots because some asshole on the internet told me to eat them. So I'm like, all right, I'll eat like a handful of. So I try to eat like 10, not a day, but I
I don't
do
know.
eat like
I
10.
like cauliflower, broccoli, carrots,
Carrots are gross. I
cucumbers.
muscle them down.
Well, I do baby carrots.
Yeah, no, I do baby carrots, but I cut them up into like force, so they're even smaller because I swallow my fucking pills because I hate them. I have
Wow.
carrot chunks in my stomach, Paul, like this. They're big. They're
That's
gonna start
probably why your
exploding one of these
stomach's
days.
upset. It's just like chunks of
I'm not
carrot weighing you down.
carrots, dude. Yeah, I'm all orange and shit. I'm all fucked up. It's not good. No, I don't like those. But one of the topics I have is, do you like any foreign foods? And also another one will go after this. Your favorite
Well,
alcoholic beverage?
so foreign
I think
foods.
everyone
Does
says
this
so.
mean like American Chinese food or like
Oh, sorry.
stuff I've tried in another country?
Foreign to us because we're American. Anything like I would say like, Asian, South Asian, West Asia, North
European.
Asia,
Um,
European, all the like just not in the United States, something you consider like an ethnic cuisine. Like Ethiopia meal. I don't know, rice and lion's blood or something.
I like probably just off the top of my head without thinking about it, euros. However, Norway's got pretty good pastries. Man, I always forget the name of it. I always do. I have to look it up. But they have like their common famous donut there. It's just like a donut and then it's just like filled with custard, but you can see it on the top, you know?
Mm, the donut.
And
Hey, Jake, can
yeah,
you pull that up?
shut up. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like their most popular one there. And I had that like 2-3 days in a row while I was there when I went to go get coffee in the morning. Just have one of those donut things that's like popular. It's pretty good.
You go in there, they're like, "Oh, it's the fifth day. You think he's gonna get one? Yeah, he's gonna get one." You're like, "Oh,
Hey, I'm
I
on
like how you
fucking
Paul,
vacation,
Paul
asshole.
walks in there on the fifth day. He's looking around like he's gonna get something else, but he knows what he's gonna get. He's like,
Yeah,
looking at everything. He's like, "Oh, I
yeah.
might get the no,
But
I'll get the donut."
I like euros with the
That's just a
tzatziki
sandwich with
sauce.
some shitty pita bread, right? Tzatziki,
That
tzatziki
no,
chicken.
it's usually like a wrap, and it's got euro meat, which is like lamb and beef mixed together, I think.
Oh,
And it's got
I like
tzatziki
pita.
sauce, which is like a sour cream cucumber sauce thing. And that's people put onions in it, tomato in it with it. It's pretty good. And it's usually in like people do flatbread. Really, it's supposed to be like a euro thing. I don't think it's really a pita, but it's like a special bread. But it's good.
Hmm.
I like them. Tony's restaurant has
I
them.
guess I guess I could say I do like it. I do like any cut of meat, to be honest. I mean, as long as you don't tell. Here's the thing. I'm weird. I'm so weird. As long as you don't tell me it's lamb, tell me it's beef, we're good. But I don't want to. For some reason, I know I'm eating lamb.
Dude,
I'm like,
it doesn't
oh,
taste much different than beef, man. It's just like
I
a
know. I can't
different type
imagine.
of meat.
I just,
Yeah.
I know. It's just that weird part of me is like, should we be eating lambs? I mean, like, should
Well,
we
we
be? I mean,
fucking eat
fuck
cows.
the
We put
cows.
cows in
Fuck the
factories.
cows. Fuck the cows. Those Indians, they can have them. They can't keep them. We're killing all the cows. We're gonna put them in little boxes and feed them and make them Wagyu beef. That's what we're gonna.
What
That's
well
what
what about you? What's your favorite foreign food? God, I'm trying to think if there's another one,
we're
but
doing.
like it's hard. Almost wish I've traveled to more countries than just Norway, so I could have. That's like one thing that's the coolest thing to do when you travel is try the cuisine that
Yeah,
they
I know
have there.
for sure. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I
Excuse
don't
me.
know. I had some like good curry the other day. Someone made it, and it was pretty good. I like spice. I like spicy things now, and I never thought I'd like curry.
It's
Well, I guess I
okay.
never tried it. I guess I never had the option of non-frozen curry already. Like or some shitty restaurant one. But they
Yeah.
made it. It was good. Um, so that most recently, because I've been branching out eating. Like I said, guys, I haven't had lettuce. Just
What?
haven't had lettuce.
It
I don't know
tastes
what
like
to tell you.
nothing.
I'm 22 years old. I haven't had lettuce. Spinach. Yeah, I have
I
plenty of
love
spinach.
spinach.
Lettuce, never touched the thing.
I'm a spinach guy.
Yeah. So I had a nice I went to where did I go today? Smokehouse in Canal. I don't know if you've ever heard of that sandwich shop. Anyway,
Yeah,
I
the
went there
Northern
to
Waters
there.
Smokehouse stinks like fish. I used to work in the candy shop down there.
Oh, it doesn't honestly stink that bad. You can't really smell.
It's not
Obviously, I thought it
terrible.
smelled like a deli in there. But anyway, I had a nice turkey club there, and they threw on some greens on top, and I was like, I could be a little girl and take them off, but I ain't gonna do that. So I just ate it, and you know what? I didn't notice much of a difference. I was like, yeah, this isn't that bad. It was some spring mix. It was maybe it was because a really good sandwich. The sandwich is fire. It's a good
Yeah.
sandwich. But yeah, I've been branching out my food, so I was just curious if you have anything like anything weird you like, Paul? Like, do you eat like pig's feet or something? What's some maybe that one time you had a weird ass midnight. No, you had a weird midnight snack where you're like, yeah, put ketchup and and I don't know peanut butter together and eat it on a fucking pita bread or something. Isn't that something you did? It's not
Not
weird to
me.
you, but it was certainly weird to us, huh? I'm gonna go back and
A
check because you said
weird
something not
midnight
me.
snack.
I thought you said like peanut butter and jelly and butter or something or some shit like that.
Oh,
So
a butter sandwich?
yeah.
No,
Well, no, wasn't a
pepperoni
butter.
and butter
Pepper
sandwich.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's not
it's
good,
not
bro.
bad. That's
That's
not
what it
bad.
was. You
You put
shouldn't have
a
admitted that.
It's a very light spread of butter on the bread on one side. You can do both if you're feeling really cholesterolic fat, you know. And then you just put a layer
Yeah,
of
I'm
pepperonis in
more.
between two pieces of bread, with a little bit of butter on one of them bread. Butter, pepperoni, butter sandwich. Dude, that's like
Both pieces,
probably
you don't fold it over, you eat 2
when
pieces
you
of bread.
break it down, it's probably like 90 cents to make that sandwich with all the ingredients. You could eat that for fucking weeks and be perfectly fine.
No, you could. You could eat it one time and be okay. Don't ever eat that shit. Don't ever eat. No, you could eat that for weeks and be okay. You'd be looking all fucked up. You people would be looking at you. You'd be like, dude, you look sickly, bro. It's all the butter and
Yeah,
peanut.
but
Fucking
he's still
pepperoni.
working out. Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh my god, you just fucking pepperoni is just literally just fat. It's just trans fat. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Never do
Yeah.
shit. Butter would make you sick. Yeah, no.
Well,
That'd be
it's
a
just
pretty
you don't put a
middle
lot of
diet.
butter on it. And no, it wasn't a midnight snack. I would literally have that for lunch some days when I worked at Ace Hardware.
That's like I don't have anything else in the house. Stop admitting more. You're digging yourself a big hole. Just
Bro,
say
it's when I had a mini fridge and I was working at Ace and I didn't want anybody to have my stuff. What can you store in a mini fridge? You get a loaf of bread, you get yourself a little thing of butter and a pack of pepperonis. Put that in the mini fridge. You got yourself there a fucking thing that'll make you meals
oh,
whenever you want them.
Paul was deathly sick one day, and that's all he had in the kitchen. And he couldn't make it to the store. That's why he ate it. I'll save you face there.
No, I actually enjoyed it. And actually, an old coworker, really old guy who I think had passed away. His name's Len. He was like 90 when I was working there, and he's the one that told me about it. He had it one day. He's like, "Oh, pepperoni and butter sandwich, just like the cheapest way to have lunch." He's like, "I've been making these since I was a kid," and I'm like, "Damn, this old timer's got laying down some knowledge." I tried it, and I was like, "Damn,
Damn,
this is fire."
damn, this dude looks like shit. He's been eating his whole life. Yeah, I can tell.
I don't know.
Len, you
He's
look
like
him up and
90.
down.
It was Len. He also smoked chain smoke.
Hmm. See, I'm not so convinced smoking's bad for you now. I'd like to see the evidence.
It's definitely bad for you. I just think that like the reason why it's bad for everybody is because you don't know the effect it's gonna have on you personally. Because it has such a wide different variety. Like there are people that have been like 105 that smoke cigarettes every day. It's like and have done it since they're like 20. That's probably an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Like it affects everybody differently. It's like if you could just tell that your genes or your genetics, like you could handle it and your lungs were fine with it, then yeah, fucking do it. But I think the reason why blanket it's bad is because generally it is bad for most people. It's
Yeah,
bad in general, but like, is it gonna kill everybody rapidly and give you cancer? No. You have a way higher rate of
like
getting it.
you if you smoke one cigarette a day, I don't think it'd affect your health at all. But I was just mentioning that because I
I
completely
think it
stopped.
would.
I actually have them over here. I completely stopped smoking cigarettes. I just don't like them. They're gross. Even when
They're
I'm drunk,
gross.
I'm like, ick. I don't want to drink
I'm
this.
already over Zens. Like I quit Zens.
Yeah, right. Dude, nicotine's one. It's a waste of money. Two, does it upset your stomach? Because that's what it does to me.
That's what it eventually does to me and why I end up always quitting, whether it was from cigarettes and the e-cigs and out of the Zens. After a while, it's like, okay, I'm not just doing this to get a buzz anymore. Now it's like a common like practice to do it. And now I just realize my stomach fucking hurts all the time. That with a mix of that, I like to drink coffee. Terrible mix.
Oh, dude, no, there's no way you could smoke a cigarette and not smell. It's just not possible. There's no way you could drink a cup of coffee and not put a piece of gum in and smell
Yeah.
bad. I mean, you don't have to worry about that though. You're down. Paul's like, I got coffee breath over here. You know, you breathe. People are breathing. I could just picture that. It's SpongeBob.
I
Like
mainly
breathe.
feel bad when I've been drinking coffee all day and then I go hit mitts at Jungle Gym and I'm just like it's like that
You get pop.
SpongeBob green lines up the tugboat sound when like
Yeah,
I
no, it's like
breathe.
that. It goes through the intercom and passes the guys out on the other side who
Yeah.
catch breath. That's what I picture. Yeah, they're all fucked up. Yeah. For me, I can't really think of any foods that are weird that I don't like. I can think of foods that aren't weird that I don't like, you know, or that I like rather, I guess I should say. Yeah, so I don't know. I was just like interested in trying more foreign foods. I was gonna go to a sushi place, but I never had sushi and I wasn't ready. I wasn't
I'm
ready
not
for
nah,
sushi.
man. It's
I
not
was.
that's something I've tried time and time and again I don't like. I tried fish many times, I don't like it. However, when I was in Norway, I will say this. Their main course at the wedding was fresh salmon, like fresh salmon right out of the fucking water there at the wedding for the main course. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to not eat the main course. It'd be rude. Like it looked really fancy the way it was set up on the plate, like the piece of salmon with like, I think it was rice or something else. And I was like, you know what? I'll try it. And I tried it. And I was like, damn, dude, like this is actually really good. And I ate all the salmon. It was just a piece of salmon, with no
Yeah.
bone or anything. Just a nice piece of salmon. No smell. It didn't smell like fish. It didn't taste fishy. It actually tasted pretty good, and it was like high quality fish. And that's the only time I've had fish and actually thought it was like, man, like it was okay.
Yeah, salmon's because I worked at tavern and they didn't mention it a lot, but from what I heard about salmon, it's just one of those things where it's a fine line between it's tastes fishy or not. By the time it tastes fishy, it's gross. Like it won't make you sick, but it's not supposed to taste fishy. So I had some
Yeah.
at tavern because they have salmon. They do the maple. Gross. It
It's
was
just got like a weird consistency too, like that type of fish meat does, you know? It's like
it's like you touch it and it kind of like shreds apart. It's like already
yeah.
shredded chicken, but
Yeah.
mashed
It's
into a
yeah,
crumb.
yeah. It's the consistency of like a partially melted icy pop.
Yeah, yeah, and then you touch it and it just and then it like ugh, ugh. I've been trying to. I really wish I like tuna because tuna is great for calories and protein, but absolutely will not eat tuna.
It's just the smell is so bad, man.
Stinks, and I don't like it. But that has so much protein, it's crazy. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from all that. But when I go to that sushi place, I'm gonna have to go get the ramen because like I ain't eat no sushi. I won't do that. I don't like.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever had it.
Lean cuisine.
Oh, Paula, I went. I got another topic here. You can go
I
after
thought we
me.
were going to talk about our favorite alcoholic beverage.
I thought we already did. Remember we did it on. Sorry, we did it on the anniversary cast. We totally
Oh,
did.
you said foreign food / your favorite alcoholic
I thought.
beverage.
Yeah, that was there, but then I only talked about that one on the podcast.
Oh,
You're
that's
drinking.
right. I remember
Shut
now.
up,
Yeah,
Paul,
go
alright?
ahead.
It's gonna
What's
be
the
on
next
him.
topic? Yeah, go
Anyway,
ahead.
I went thrifting the other day, got some cool things. I'm gonna show some cool things real quick. You're gonna like these. You're gonna like these. All right. First of all, I went in there, browsing the game section, do my little thing. And what do I find, Paul? I find a copy of Halo 3 for the Xbox 360. I'm like, all right, I already have this, but let's take a look. See. $60 on the price tag, Paul. Can't even believe it. They wanted $60 for this copy of
For
Halo.
Halo 3?
So Halo 3 on Xbox 360. So I decided I'll crack it open. We'll see what's in here. Maybe the manual and the posters in the back. Turns out, boom, the poster was in the back. Yes, sir. The poster was in the back. So, me being the kleptomaniac that I am, I decided to put the poster in my pocket, put the game back on the shelf, and say I'm not paying $60 for
That's
it.
horrible.
So now whoever is going to buy that at the Savers has an incomplete Halo 3
You
original copy.
fucking piece of shit.
I am a piece of shit. The
That
people I were with were like, "I can't believe you did that." I'm like, "It's a poster. It's sick, bro." I pulled it out again. I'm like, "You see this stuff? Look at this. Perfect condition." I'm like, "You see this though?" Yeah. So I got that. That was pretty cool. Second thing I got out of the game section, Paul, this is for you. Sorry, I don't have a case for it, but it is at least
there's no
available.
case.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I knew
That's
you were gonna get
still
pissed
pretty
about that.
good. That's
Yeah.
still good because it's hard. You can't
Have
buy it
it.
on the store, and yeah. I
So
found out that actually a few of my Xbox games need to be repaired. They're like fucked up. Like
scratch.
they don't read. Yeah, Halo Reach and Black Ops 2 and GTA 4 are like 3 discs that need to be repaired. Yeah.
Good games. Um, but yeah, for those that are listening, I got Fable 3 on Xbox 360. You know, you can't purchase this, or it's only on disc now and it's not available emulated anywhere. I got some CDs because I was like, I'll grab a couple CDs. They're only like a buck a piece. I got Phil Collins, Serious Hits Live, which is pretty cool. I just like collecting. There's so many more I didn't grab. Then I
Sweet.
got Bruce Hornsby, Harbor Lights. It's not Bruce Hornsby in the range, but I do like Harbor Lights. Good album. And then Paul, I got something pretty spicy. I thought was pretty funny for a buck. P Diddy and the Bad Boy Family. So
That's
this
pretty
is gonna be worth
funny.
money in the future. And actually, it's signed by. You can see it's
How
written.
come how come CDs don't seem that collectible as vinyls? Is it because they haven't been old enough yet, or is it just because like what why?
Mass production, I would assume,
Just
right?
because there's so many, yeah.
I mean, I would imagine everyone had a CD player, but not everyone had a record player back then. Maybe they did.
That's
Maybe it
true.
was like that much of a thing.
You're
But
probably
yeah,
right,
I
yeah.
mean, look, they got a whole booklet of Diddy Next Children. You want to see some pictures?
No, I'm good.
Here. Oh wait, I got a really good one. Look at him. This is one where he's groping Justin Bieber right here.
You're a lie.
That sucked up. But anyway, I got that. Last couple things I grabbed. I grabbed some shorts. I won't show those. It don't matter. But I grabbed two of these for a buck. I got Terminator 1 and 2 on VHS. And I
That's
know
actually really cool.
I shouldn't be buying shit because I'm gonna be moving and I don't need more shit. But these are holographic. They're shiny. You can tell. And
Yeah.
they're a buck. And I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna buy these.
Yeah.
I'll throw it
That's
close.
sick.
Yeah, no, these are cool. I really wanna watch these actually on VHS. But anyway, Terminator 2, greatest movie of all time, by the way. I don't know
Find a
if any
VHS player and come hook it up to one of my CRTs.
hook it up to your Sierra. Oh, it's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. Yours doesn't have one? Busted? Broken?
No,
Just
it doesn't
have
have
one.
them built in.
Sad. I'll get a VHS and we'll watch it on that. Do a little game night. Anyway, that was my thrifting endeavors. I love going thrifting. I was really hyped. That was like the best haul I've had in a long time, actually. And I spent with the clothes $20. Pretty good.
That's
I
not
got
bad.
P. Diddy. Yeah, no, it's not bad. Gotta
I
learn how to
can't
cook.
believe they wanted $60 for that copy of Halo 3. Is
$60.
that what it really goes for on Xbox 360?
That's what
Because
fucking savers think so.
um 20,
I don't think so.
22,
I can't imagine. Yeah,
$11.
I knew it
Uh
was 60 though because it had the savers little symbol next to it, and it
maybe because it was complete.
yeah, the weird thing is though, they always say disc up front. It had the disc in there, and I was like, "That's weird." They usually would not have the disc in there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, sorry for taking. I'm not my put in the comments. Am I a bad person for taking the poster? I'm not a bad person. I'm the good guy. I'm the
Well,
good.
it's funny because that same day you went thrifting, I was going through my games because my other brother was borrowing the Xbox, and I decided to look through all my games and find out that I have like the mint condition GTA 5 poster with map both sides. And then you remember this one, the Red Dead one?
Yeah, show the pinup girl. I like the maybe it's not a
Yeah,
pinup girl.
same.
Remember that.
No, you're right. It's
Yeah,
Miss McFarland or whatever the hell her name is from Red Dead 1, but this is in my
sexy. Ooh, she can get it. She can get it on. Yeah, sexy. No, that's she's no one wants to see the map. Turn that around. Yeah. No, that is cool. I do remember that. That's nostalgic. That's a big. I guess what I should have said originally is I got the Halo 3 poster because Paul had this on his wall, and I was like, in different
for a
walls.
long
By the way,
time.
'cause you had it over here, and then you had it on the other wall, and I was like, damn, it's a cool poster too. Paul said he's gonna frame it. And I'm like, not if I frame mine first and take the idea, but no, it's cool. I'm really happy about that. That's sick.
Hell yeah. I finished the Lego set I bought for Impulse Bot last weekend. Do you want to see it?
I know you do it. Yeah. Well, fuck yeah. You know I want to see some Legos. Paul's gonna grab his Legos, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what he's got.
I did
Oh, Paul's got
Starry
the.
Night.
Oh,
Starry Night by Van
oh,
Gogh.
I've never seen that one. That's just you turn it sideways. Did you see how thick, far it goes out? Oh, damn. Ooh, dude, that's pretty sick. Paul's got Starry Night Lego Van Gogh set for the listeners there. It's actually really cool. Looks pretty thick, pretty solid. But I
It's
feel like if I
heavy.
chuck it
It's
to the
over
ground, it'll break.
2,000, like 2,300 pieces.
23. How much was that? Wait, let me guess. $250.
I got it on sale for 150 down from I think 180 or something.
Damn, it's not bad. It's like $100 off. Um, I love Lego sets, and that's cool. I'm jelly. I don't like Vincent Van Gogh, but I'd love to build that. I think that'd be
You know
cool.
which one I really want that I just can't justify the cost for?
The Causoleum.
The Titanic. It's like $700. It's
Yeah,
a current set.
yeah, because they don't make that one anymore. Or is it a
No,
current
they
set?
make it. If they make it, it's a current Titanic set, and it's like 700 something dollars.
Hmm. Does it come with all the drowned people? An extra like 1,000
No,
pieces.
it's an actual full Titanic. It isn't broken in half. Ah, the bunch of people jumping off it and shit.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's fucking trap soul. That's pretty morbid to make that. Don't you think? What if they have a bunch of Lego people like dead with X's on their eyes? You think Lego would get in trouble for that? And probably some.
Probably. But no, there it's kind of bad. I've been wanting more Lego sets. I'm like, no, dude, it's such a money sink. Like they don't do anything except help me spend some time. And I don't know. I enjoy doing them. I just wish they were not so expensive. It's a hobby.
I know. You can never look at something you do for fun. I mean, yeah, you should look at how much you spend on it, obviously. But it's like if it's like, oh, I'm not. It's like kind of like you. I'm not doing clay this week. I'm doing Legos, and that's what I'm spending my money on instead of clay or whatever.
Yeah.
Pottery. But you rotate through a lot of hobbies. Like you're like, I'm doing this now, and you get super hardcore into it, and you're like, all right, this is
You
retarded.
know, Destiny and I were just having this discussion today, a few hours ago, and she got home from work. She was like, Paul, she's like, I love you, but every time you get into a hobby, you're either not in or all the way into it. Like there's no in between. And she's like, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Cause she's like, with boxing, I think you're at a crossroads where like you were doing it every day without taking a break, or you were doing it every day and like maybe having one rest day a week. And she said she thinks it kind of made me burn out on it. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. And I'm spending all this money on Jungle Gym. It's like, well, do I really need to be going that consistently? Because since I've been sick, I've been having to play video games or do something else because I can't do anything else. And I've kind of been getting back into Tarkov, and I went down on this tangent of like, do I want to go back to boxing? I think I do. I just don't think I'm going to do it as consistently as I was. Like maybe like Jungle Gym to me, it's $50 a month. If I go at least 5 times a month, that's $10 a visit. I'd say that's worth it. But um,
And
even
so
if I just went 2 days a week, which would technically be 6-ish classes a month, it'd be worth it.
go 3. Go 3. I think you'll feel better with 3.
3 a week?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I think, well, just not even in my opinion, just everyone needs 120 minutes of hard cardio a week. Like, no, I'm gonna do a stroll. For some people that works. No, like running, jump roping, boxing, cardio. You need
Yeah. Yeah.
120.
Because I'm still lifting weights every day,
Yeah, though
during
that's cool
lunch.
too. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, fucking during that's also that could be attributed to the burnout. Is if you're lifting weights during lunch in the middle. I guess you are at house. You're at house though, huh?
I
You
don't
just
know. It's
you're in the meeting, just fucking.
But yeah, so like that's a problem I have is I'm just trying to cope with the fact or get used to like I don't have to be 100% all in all the time to hobbies. Like, yeah, I built a Lego set. Now I want to buy a bunch more. No, I don't need to do that. I can just buy one every once in a while. Like it's fine. It doesn't have to be a big one. It can be a small one. One that I think's cool. But it's yeah, that's my problem is sometimes I just go way too all in on something, which isn't a bad thing, but it can be, right? Um,
Yeah, no, I was literally, yeah, I literally noticed the exact same thing. But it's still pretty cool because you do end up doing cool shit anyway.
yeah.
Um, no, but also what that one famous bodybuilder said, and I take this to heart too because it works. I see it in myself. You were going 6 days a week. If you drop down to 3, you're gonna find that you won't grow as fast as you want in those 3 days instead of 6, but you're maintaining because the more you do, the less you have to do to maintain, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like more workouts you do, if you drop down to 3, you just need to maintain what you had. Rather, you're not going to grow. But 6 days, you are growing. So it's fine if you want to maintain. It's fine if you're at a point where you're like, okay, I'm at a good weight. Now let me get toned, but let me do it a little slower. And I think that's what I'm doing at least. I'm taking a little breather, and it works for me. But now I'm getting more heavy back into the working out a
My
lot.
problem now is I just eat like shit again, man. I'm kind of back to like I've been eating healthy, at least some healthy stuff, like 1 or 2 meals a day, but I'm still like ordering pizza like every other week, and it's bad. Like I'm not gaining, but I'm also not losing, so I'm just kind of in like a fine state. Like I just don't really give a shit. I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, but
That work. And real quick, are you picking? Am I dropping off when I mic? Because it's not lighting up for me.
no, you're
Like,
fine.
okay, I think it's just Discord. I was just making sure you could hear me. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, no, I've been ramping up to working out lately a little more. I want to do more cardio. And I have been. So I'm because I've just got over that period of being tired off the hormones, and now I'm just like feeling better, feeling more energetic, which is nice. But yeah. Um,
That's good.
what do you got, Paul? Any topics? Anything you want to jump into? Pressing?
Nothing super pressing actually. How about junk cables? So, do you ever have it where you have a cable that just doesn't work?
All the Type C chargers I've ever bought in my life. Yeah.
Really? So
Uh-huh.
I've had pretty good luck with cables. I generally don't have a broken cable, but for background, I have that storage server set up and it's actively working, but I still need to do some things on it. And one of the things was connecting my battery backup to it and making it communicate so that say when the power goes out, soft shut down the storage server, spin down all the drives, and then power it off, right? Because the
Mhm.
electricity's out. The battery backup keeps it on so you can shut it down. And for the life of me, I didn't know you needed a special cable that connects that to the computer. It kind of looks like a Ethernet cable, but it goes to a USB cable, and that plugs into the computer, and the Ethernet cable plugs into like the battery backup. It's a data cable. I ordered a $25 one that is by the brand replacement, and I couldn't get my my thing to communicate. Just wouldn't recognize it at all within the app. And I'm like, man, what is it? What is it? And I'm like, you know what? This was a used power thing and it could just be broken. And I did buy an $80 battery to make it good again because the battery was dead in it. I'm like, I really hope this isn't the case. I spent $10 more. I bought an Amazon Basics ripoff of that cable. When everywhere everyone's online is like, you need the proprietary this cable. It's the only one that works.
Mhm.
That cable worked. Yeah. $10 fix when I spent $25 on the proprietary one that didn't work. And it's like, really?
You got
Okay.
fucked.
Yeah, and it's like I could go through the whole Amazon return process in the $25 one, but I'm like, whatever, it's a cable. I just fucking threw it out, and I was like, I'll just eat $25. I don't have time for that shit.
I've bought in Type C's back in the mini actually. I bought in at least 4 or 5 that I've just bought used once and they stopped working. To be fair, my phone charge report is broken. and it wasn't working well at that time. But I tried to use those cables on like my headsets or my headphones even, and it did not work. So I don't know what it is. I have really bad luck with cables, it seems like. But now I have a wireless charger for my phone, and it's the greatest thing ever because it charges just as fast. But yeah, no junk cables. HDMI's. I've always had junk HDMI's or bent. You know what would fuck up a lot is the man, like the I don't even know what you'd plug it into, but the cables that has the little pointy thing in the middle. You know what I mean?
An optical cable?
An optical cable. Yeah, I feel like having to screw those in, I would snap the end off
Oh,
before.
a coaxial cable. Yeah,
Coax
the
cable.
pin.
Yeah, that's
An
what it is.
optical cable has something similar. Those are kind of fragile because it's actually a fiber optic glass line that runs through the cable.
Oh,
But yeah, those are fragile. The ones with the old coaxial, where you spin it on, it's got the one needle in the center that goes into the hole. That's just a terrible design.
yeah, no, that is like awful. Like who would it's designed for kids to grab it and bend it until it snaps off because that's what I would do. And then I'd be like, oh shit, I really needed this thing.
Yeah, you wrecked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
No, I will just say this though. Amazon Basics is kind of the goat when it comes to cheap cables. Like I've needed like a really long USB 2.0 cable. It just works. Now, don't get me wrong. They're not shielded great. Like they don't have like the best like anti, shielding. So like if you're trying to get like a really nice Ethernet cable or something, I probably wouldn't go Amazon Basics for that. Um but for like I don't know, a basic HDMI cable or just a USB 2.0 here, or I don't know, a freaking weird cable that you need for UPS, works pretty good.
Something you're not unplugging and plugging back in a lot or at all
Yeah,
is what
exactly.
I buy. If you buy like a charger cable from Amazon, you just fucked yourself because the end of it's
Yeah.
gonna come frayed and it's gonna be open wires
Yeah.
and you're gonna touch it and shock yourself. I don't think that's how that works, but
No.
no, no. Okay, Paul knows. Remember that movie, Paul? That fucking please be kind and rewind or whatever it was.
Yeah, dude, that
It's
movie's sick.
cars. I haven't seen that in a while. Jack Black, right? What's it
Jack
called?
Black and Mos Def, be kind, please rewind. And something happens where like Jack Black gets like a magnetic stigmatism thing, and it like erases all the VHSs, and like I think it's either his video store or his friends. They both work there, and Mos Def is like the co-main, and they have to basically reshoot all the movie. They like start reshooting their own versions of the movies and putting them on the
Yeah,
VHS and renting them out, and like people actually like them. Like the
yeah.
fucking the driving Miss Daisy scene and the fucking
Mhm. I don't remember. I'll have to go watch it. I just had that memory come back where I'm like, oh, getting shocked. Doesn't he get shocked and then he like fucks up
yeah, he
everything?
gets shocked or magnetic, and it wipes all the film in the VHS store.
They
It's
used to
like
say that on VHSs. Please be kind. Rewind. They would
yeah,
always. I remember that. Let me
it's
see.
like return. It's dude, that's like an equivalent in the '90s of returning your shopping cart. Will you rewind your VHS tape before you return it to the video store? Are you a piece of shit?
Ooh, yeah, that's like one, but people probably wouldn't ever.
No, no one would
They
ever
would.
fucking do that.
It's not called please. Oh, it's called Be Kind. Rewind. That's just all it's
Oh, be
called.
kind, rewind. Okay, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
Jack Black, Most Def, Danny Glover,
Yeah,
most.
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Get the.
dude. He's
I
a
got.
good rapper. I actually have a few of his old albums.
I don't hate Most Def, but that's just funny that he's on the cover with the fucking the big video camera. He's like leaning.
Yeah.
He's got it. No, I'll have to go watch that.
When
I
did
used to
that
do
movie come out?
2002 or
That's a good
2008.
movie.
I'm tripping.
Since we're
2008.
talking about movies, can we talk about the ones I've watched this week really quick? It's not many.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk what you've been watching. Any horror movies?
No, so I watched, well, one's kind of a horror movie, I guess. I watched Hitman. It's a new movie called Hitman. It doesn't have anything to do with the video game series, but it's on Netflix. It was like #1. It's terrible. It's labeled as a comedy. It's not even funny. However, the only thing I'll give the movie is that it's a unique premise. It's a movie about a guy who's like a college professor, but on the side, he's a fake hitman for the police. Like he pretends to be a hitman and gets people to admit that they
Oh, I've
want
heard
you to
this.
kill someone, and it's like a sting. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So like
sounds kind of cool,
it's
actually.
kind of like a unique movie, but the movie's like not. It's supposed to be a comedy. It's not even funny. Like the movie's not funny.
Mm.
Like it's not very
Give me
good.
an
But like
example.
the
Something happened that you thought would be funny that wasn't funny because the premise itself sounds pretty funny.
I can't think of anything because it wasn't fucking funny. It was
It
I
just
didn't
wasn't
think
funny.
I just didn't enjoy. I enjoyed the premise and the plot and how different it was, I didn't think it should be labeled as a comedy. I don't even know what to label it as. Normal movie. It's not very good. But Hitman
Normal.
on Netflix, don't recommend it. 4 out of 10. That's what I'll give it. Probably the lowest score yet.
That seems pretty.
Um, I watched a limited, excuse me, a limited series on Netflix called Eric with Benedict Cumberbatch. You ever seen that one?
No, I do like Benedict though. I do like Cumberbatches as well, but not.
So I will give Eric like a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's a drama, so I wasn't expecting a whole lot of action or funny parts. But Benedict Cumberbatch plays a showrunner on a kids' TV show where they make puppets. And he's a raging alcoholic. He's on thin ice with his wife. His son and him don't have the greatest relationship because he's an angry kind of just like a, not really angry, but a dickhead alcoholic, basically, like really just like verbally abusive in a way. His son runs off or disappears, and before his son ran off, he wanted, the show that he was on wanted to make a new puppet, and his son came up with a puppet called Eric, who's just big blue monster. And basically, throughout the limited series, I think there's 8 episodes, they're an hour long each. It's just about him trying to find his missing son, and the police trying to find his missing son, and there's like all this stuff tied into like New York City being corrupt and all this other shit. And as far as the plot and everything, pretty good. Drama, decent. Honestly, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Not bad.
Hmm.
So yeah, I recommend that one.
It sounds shitty. I don't know.
It's a little different. It's different.
Yeah.
But then it gets like really dark. There's some stuff that's dark as fuck.
Like what? Give me something dark. What's dark in your world?
Like the mayor,
Like murder?
the mayor forcing a kid to give him head on camera, and then the kid
I
ends up
really
getting
don't like
executed
that.
by the New York
No,
police. Yeah, terrible.
I really don't like that at all. I
Terrible.
don't really like that at all. Paul's watching. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just being
It
a,
was
being
in
a,
the show. It's
I
terrible.
I was in the show. I was in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It
no,
wasn't me, I swear.
she was
But
told me she was 18. She told me. Yeah. No, I don't want to watch.
But the last movie I have to share with you guys, everybody knows it's good. It's been out for a while, but it just hit Netflix. Godzilla -1. It's fucking good, man. I just watched the English cover, and usually you're supposed to watch it's in Japanese. You watch it with the English subtitles. I just watched the cover.
Mhm.
It's probably the best Godzilla movie I've seen in a while. It's where Godzilla's actually bad, like killing people.
Yeah.
Like he's not fighting other
Awesome.
monsters or protecting the humans. It's honestly a horror movie.
She.
She?
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Godzilla is a
mean?
girl.
Mm.
She's a woman. Yeah, everyone's raving and
He,
ranting
she,
about
whatever.
it. I don't have anywhere to watch it where I'd feel like, yeah, I'm watching a Godzilla. I need to go to the theater. I can't watch it on here. I can't.
The effects
You're
aren't the greatest, honestly. Some guys on Reddit I saw have been putting it on VHS, and you watch it on a CRT, and it looks sick.
That should be pretty cool. Well, okay, I'd watch that, but it's just about Godzilla where I need the scale in the theater to
Come watch it on my
surround
TV
sound.
with the surround sound.
You know what?
It's pretty close.
Deal. Pull it up right now. I'll be there in 15. Start cast. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I will. I gotta check that out. I seen the clips of him coming up on shore and just crushing people, or she. Sorry, him. See, I'm fucking gender right here.
Tearing
I don't
boats in
give a
half,
shit.
whipping boats
Yeah,
into the land. Dude,
I would you
the
not.
heat beam that Godzilla has is lethal. It's literally a nuclear bomb when it hits. It
Yeah,
like
I know. I
wipes
saw
out
that. Yeah,
entire
I've seen the clips.
cities.
Yeah, fuck shit out. Yeah, it honestly reminds you of that Rick and Morty episode. You don't watch it, just a quick little bit where they have like a school where it's like monsters like that, and they're all in a school, and they're like, all right, when you go through the portal, there's no chance that they're gonna understand you. So it's like Godzilla, Cthulhu, all of them, and they're monsters. There's no chance that humans are gonna understand you, but make sure you scream loudly the cure for cancer. And he's like, it's written on this piece of paper. He's like, we got it. They go through the portal and they're speaking alien, like, and they're like screaming, but it's a cure for cancer. So they get blown up and ripped apart every single time they go through the
That's so
portal.
funny.
And it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's like monsters. Yeah, it's funny as shit.
Because they're just
No, I gotta check
horrifying
that out.
looking.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, they're like literally just terrifying as shit, but they're good. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else you've been watching?
Nope, that's it.
I
Have
got
taken a
something.
break on Chuck. I don't know. My girlfriend and I have kind of gotten bored of it.
Yeah, Chuck's gay. You gotta watch Barry. Did you finish Barry?
Yeah, I finished Barry a while back.
Did you talk about that?
Oh
Whatever.
wow. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh
Oh wow.
wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you
Yeah.
finished it. Okay. I watched both cheaper by the dozens, 1 and 2.
You
I
talked
think I
about that
talked about
last
that last
week.
week. Well,
Yeah,
I watched the second part, I guess.
that's right. Yeah,
Man, I hate what's his name? Is Steve Martin?
Eugene Levy.
Yeah. Eugene Levy's an asshole.
He's such a
He's
shitbag,
such a
dude.
shithead, and everything he plays is just a shithead. But yeah, shout out Eugene Levy. Let's get him on the cast. Anyway, I watched that. Then I watched Deadpool 1 again because I wanted to get hyped for the new movie. And honestly, bro, it's a pretty good movie. Deadpool 1, I watched the
It isn't
second one. I
bad.
don't
It's
think
the
you'll like it
best
as
one,
much.
I think. The first one's the
It's
best
a
one.
fun watch. It's definitely a fun watch. So Deadpool Wolverine's coming out, so I watched that to get hyped for that. It's coming out real soon, so that's cool. Then I watched against my will, I had to watch a couple episodes of the Star Wars Andor, that series that's like based before Rogue One. Uh,
What do you think of that?
eh, you know, from all the new, the recent ones that came out, there's like Ahsoka Tano, Obi-Wan. I only know these because I have Star Wars friends. Everyone says they'll suck. Don't watch them. They're garbage. But everyone raves up this one. And it was okay. I didn't I didn't hate it, and it was pretty cool. They had John Wick s fighting style scenes, like how you would take down someone in real life. They did. They do like double up takedowns. They do like UFC like holds and shit. Like
Yeah,
this is Star Wars universe, but it makes sense. So I wasn't taken out of the universe. The thing that always takes me out is just the constant CGI. Even though it looks good, the CGI and the robots and shit, I just can't get behind it. It's fucking gay.
I'm just
Um,
not into Star Wars, man. It's not
I don't like
never.
Star Wars. Yeah, she really likes Star Wars. I'm like, whatever. Wasn't terrible. Didn't enjoy it, and I'm gonna have to watch it again later at some point, and I want to. But yeah, I just don't like Star Wars. I really don't enjoy it. I like the first three films. The first there's like four films that are good.
Yeah,
Revenge of the Sith, Turn of the Jedi, Empire. Right? Isn't that like the three that are the
yeah.
only good ones?
Something was different about back then when the majority of it was practical effects and some of it wasn't. It was like a mix of the both, and I think that's when it was
Hmm.
best. Is when like we had early level CGI, but then also like other stuff, props and shit.
Hmm.
I just think it was like that was the best time. Now it's all computer generated, so it's like yeah, we can make anything happen, cool, but you know,
Does the random cuts to the next scene where it just does a slideshow like a Microsoft Point slideshow where it just
yeah.
slides to the next scene? Does that not throw everybody off? I hate that shit. It's
Oh, I
stupid.
like that in the original Star Wars. It's something
I
charismatic
don't.
about it. It does like
Yeah.
the wipe
Okay.
away
I I guess
PowerPoint
I guess in the original one it was
transition.
fine because that's what they had. But I guess maybe where I hated it most was in the Force Awakens when that came back
Oh
and like
yeah,
whenever that came out.
yeah.
I didn't like the use of it then. So yeah, just in general, do not like Star Wars, and I hope I never have to watch it again in my life. And that's like serious. Like I'm being dead serious.
Damn, dude.
Um, yeah, fucking hate Star Lane. I'd rather watch Star Trek at this point. Like Star Trek looks way cooler infinitely. The episodes sound cooler, right? But I try to watch Deep Space. I try to watch Deep Space Nine, and it is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It is awful.
No,
Deep
it's
Space
not
Nine
good.
sucks.
Yeah.
And everyone rants. My brother Joe, he's gonna come on here. We're gonna riff on him for liking Deep Space. That's what he told me to watch. He's like, watch Deep Space Nine. It's a little hard to get into. It's not hard to get into. It's just shit. It's just the worst thing I've
It's
ever
just
seen in my
bad.
life. It's like Battlestar Galactica or that other one, Babylon 5. You ever watch Babylon 5?
No.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
that
it's
only get like 5 seasons or so? Well, that's actually quite a bit.
probably less than that. Probably got like I think like 2 episodes, right, or something. And it's
I don't like people talking about those late 90s to early 2000s sci-fi shows that are very niche and got like 2 to 3 seasons. I hate like Firefly or some shit. Like, I don't
yeah,
care. Like, I
yeah.
just don't care. Um,
No one's gonna watch a shitty show.
yeah. Did you watch any of the Xbox Game Showcase this last week? It was pretty good.
I saw okay. So what I saw is a couple games. I'll just go into the games I saw. Let you take it. I saw the Killer Bean game. Looks terrible. I don't know why anyone would buy it. It's a good meme.
That
Have
wasn't even announced. Was it announced at the Xbox thing? It's not one of the main
I
ones.
It's not a
Bro,
main one,
if
Paul. It's
I
called Killer Bean the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah, if I see the Killer Bean thing getting announced, it's the bean getting in the car and he can jump out. It's
It
like
is.
GTA and you can blow him away.
No, it is.
Fuck that.
It's okay. It's GTA meets Max Payne, where you can freeze time and do
Yeah,
bullet jumps. Awful. It looks like I
as the
can't believe it's a
bean,
real fucking thing.
Killer
Second thing
Bean.
I saw, the Killer Bean. Yeah, the Killer
Yeah, the
Bean.
Killer Bean game.
What else did I see? I think I saw something on Silent Hill 2. They did a little thing which looked like shit. The game. So, actually, the game looks good. The series doesn't look good. The game looks okay, but we'll see.
Yeah, they are doing a
Other than
Silent Hill
that,
too.
I don't. Yeah, it looks like shit. Remake. Other than that, I didn't watch anything. Paul, anything stand out to you? Anything?
So I'm
Oh,
gonna
Doom.
say,
Doom. That was cool. Sorry.
yeah. So I'm gonna say this right out the gate. This newest generation of consoles is pretty sad, but Xbox is so far pulling ahead. And the reason why is because of their library of games and exclusives. Sony's last big game announcement conference was State of Play this last May, and it was fucking dog shit. More games I feel like were canceled that were in the works and were actually announced that are good. I can't tell you right now. Um, I can't tell you right now exactly like what games because that conference has been so long, but all I know is that Xbox is substantially better. They announced a lot of cool games coming out. Some ones to note: Fable, a whole new Fable game just called Fable. It's coming to Xbox.
I didn't
They
know that.
released a
Huh,
trailer
what are you
for it.
talking
It
about? All
looks
right.
sick. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, I don't care about this one, but I want to mention it because I did play the first one. They're making a State of Decay 3, even after the second one was a massive flop. So that should be interesting.
It sucks. Yeah.
A new Indiana Jones game. I think it's called Indiana Jones and the Great Circle or something. It looks pretty cool. It looks similar to the ones that were on PlayStation back in the day. This one
Nice.
I'm really excited for, even though I'm not a big Gears of War head. But they are making another linear Gears of War, but it's called E-Day. Emergence Day. It's when the day they first came up out of the ground. It's like way back
Mhm.
before all the other Gears games. So you have all the old characters like Marcus and stuff, and they're all really young. It looks pretty cool. So Gears of War E-Day. Yep, a new Doom, the Dark Ages. There's a game called Avowed that looked pretty interesting. I was telling you about. It kind of looks. It doesn't have the greatest graphics, but it looks like um, God, what does it look like? Uh, Dishonored a little bit.
I saw that.
Yeah. Let's see. What are some other mentions? They have a Fallout 76 expansion. They have an Elder Scrolls Online expansion. They're making Perfect Dark, a new Perfect Dark game. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, there's a lot more. Stalker 2, like that's crazy. A new Metal Gear Solid. There's just like so many actual games and exclusives, and some of them aren't exclusive. Some of them are going to be on all the consoles and PC as well. Other consoles like Black Ops 6 and whatever. But it looks pretty sick.
Uh,
Games look sick, and I'm
yeah.
glad that
I
Xbox is
saw.
dumping money into it.
I saw a
But they
meme
also
where
own
Xbox.
like every game studio now. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I saw a meme where Xbox. I think I want to say the list showed at least 20 games announced in the PlayStation showcase, as it had like 10.
Six,
I had like
not even. It was
had
like
six,
six
and it
or
was like,
seven.
and it was funny how it was laid out. Xbox had them in neatly rows, evenly spaced. PlayStation had icons bigger than the other ones and like spaced out, so it looked
Yeah.
like there was more, and it looked like shit. And yeah, no, anything off the PlayStation side, Paul, that you saw that was like, okay, this is coming
Well,
out.
this was the Xbox Game Showcase
Oh,
specifically
okay.
that happened this week.
Oh, right. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, it
Um,
was. Okay. Then why they what was that comparison from? Did PlayStation not do one? I thought it was just
no, it was what I was saying their last announcement was in May when they did State of Play. So like
Oh, that's probably what
Sony
they're
had
doing.
their State of Play in May, Xbox
Yeah.
had their whatever, I think it's called their showcase just
Showcase,
here
yeah.
this last week. Let's see, everything revealed. They revealed Black Ops 6, Concord Until Dawn, God of War, Silent Hill 2. Yeah, so like not a lot. It's actually kind of
Oh,
sad. There's not a lot of games here.
didn't see a lot.
Marvel Rivals, whatever that is.
New flight simulator. I guess some people would like that.
They're putting Flight Simulator on the Xbox. Yeah.
Huh. Why would you? I mean, whatever, I guess. The game's fucking gay as shit. No, it's like so technical, it's not even fun. Not even fun. Well, should we compare? Wait, Fable was announced last year too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know that? Huh.
Yeah. But like they
I didn't know
finally
that.
like show like an actual trailer and stuff and more info
Same
on
with
it.
Avowed.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Avowed
I'll have
was
to go.
announced a while
I'll,
ago.
I'll have to watch the trailer after that because I'm kind of excited about that. I only played Fable 3, to be fair, and I really did enjoy that. I only
What are
played it
the
once.
chances you think it goes to PC as well? I think pretty high.
Oh wait, new? Who develops it?
Uh,
I'm gonna look it up. You got it.
you got it. I don't know
Publishing.
who, but I'm assuming it's under one of Microsoft's umbrellas, whatever the company is.
It is Playground Games and Third Kind Games. So I don't know what they've done. either of them. Playground games. They've
Did they
done
make the
Fable. It looks like
original?
they've done Fable and all the Forzas. It looks like playground games, and then it looks like
They did
the
all the Fables too?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
looks like Third Kind only did a couple of games, but mostly Fable. So it is the original people. It's both of the original people that work
That's actually
company
pretty
rather.
cool that they're still around. They sound like smaller studios.
Well, yeah. Well, the other one, Third Kind, is super small. I'm surprised that's even around. Maybe, but the playground games is Forza, so that makes sense.
That's
Like
weird to me. What a weird. Oh, we do Fable and
yeah,
Forza. What are two
yeah,
odd, very video game
yeah. What the fuck?
spectrum, yeah, and
I
genres.
don't know.
Kind of
Like,
cool though.
yeah, that's pretty neat. Imagine getting a degree to be a video game designer. How dumb would that be? Wouldn't that just be retarded?
Yeah, that's what my friend's trying to do right now, but he's also doing
A bunch
design on
of
the
fake
side. And I'm
stuff.
like, well, you're doing the right thing, I guess, is you're doing design on the side. Like he's doing stuff like video game levels and stuff for people.
Two. I know two people who have degrees in video games. You know where they're working?
Where
Not at video game developers. So I can tell
no,
you
it's
that.
very hard to get jobs there.
Very
Dude,
hard.
I don't get the people that are like that live in like Ohio or something. They're like, I'm gonna be a video game dev and never move. Dude, you have to go to like
What are you,
these
retarded?
big
You
areas.
stupid.
Yeah, like you have to go
Really?
there. I
Yeah.
almost, I almost applied for a job at Skeleton Key as an IT guy. They're like a
That'd
video
be
game
pretty
developer
cool.
company. Yeah,
You get a bunch of merch from them. I know who they are.
yeah,
I think they did Sea of Thieves.
yeah,
Um, you get a bunch of cool things from them. I don't know, like a free Sea of Thieves patch or something. You know, I don't know.
yeah.
It'd
An
be
eye
cool.
patch. They get an
An
eye
eye patch.
patch.
Yeah, they give you an eye patch.
Everybody at work is forced to use one eye. The guys coding are like, I'd be so much quicker and better if I could use both fucking eyes. He's sick
Yes,
of the fucking eye patch, and the
they're carrying
CEO's
him
like,
out. Yeah, yo, second left.
yeah,
They're putting him in a jacket. They're
yeah.
taking him
The
out. Yeah.
CEO's like, you got to keep that fucking eye patch on right now. If I see you even flip it up once, what? Yeah, he's just
Don't
freaking
touch
out.
that.
Yeah, don't touch that.
God, that'd be a terrible work environment. Huh. But yeah, no,
It would be.
that's game showcase. Yeah, it is very disappointing, Paul. It seems like because I remember it's maybe it was you or someone put in the chat that video games just yeah they suck. Like they're not as good as they used to. Is that because? And I was gonna ask you this. Is that because you think you got older? Like if you went and asked a 12-year-old right now that's playing games like we did, and you were like, or even younger, you're like, hey, do you think like the games are banging? Like what do you think compared to years ago? Because as kids, we're like, oh, it was so great. All these awesome games are coming out. I think if you asked a 10-year-old, they'd be like, I don't know. They're okay. But it seemed like as a kid, maybe it was nostalgic, but every
I think
year
it was a
you got
kid thing.
Halos,
Yeah,
Batman.
I think it was a kid thing. It was a combo of how often games were coming out, and this is like a topic I had was like revisiting old consoles and why games were better than they are now. And it's because there were so many games. They didn't have to be in depth. Some were really in depth, but they didn't have to be crazy in depth. It's that we just had a lot of games. Games now take forever to develop with like the latest graphics and everything for people to make a AAA. It takes fucking years. It isn't like they can pump out a game in a year or two anymore. I mean, they did New Vegas in like what, a year or two? Like you can't do that anymore. It's a combination of us also having the time. For, we make a comparison now, money and time as we get older because, our time is worth money. We work, we spend time to make money. And now it's like we have all this money to spend, but it's like, oh, this video game that I'm going to spend time on, which in turn is money, doesn't look as good to you anymore, now that you have that money. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have the
Yeah.
time to play it. Like to invest, it's like I'm not gonna have this isn't cool enough for me to buy it and invest the time into it. It's not that mind blowing because something like that. There's a lot of different variables as to why that is, but I just feel like what we grow up with is what we're used to and why it's better. And that again, I've revisited my 360 and my PS2 lately, and I'm like, damn, this is why gaming was just so much better and just straightforward and simpler back then, and now it's
Well,
online or not, huh?
the women weren't developing it back then, so it was really that's a huge turn. First of all, let in any like type of like because it became like almost corporatized. It already was because it's a big thing to make a fucking video game, even more so back then. But you didn't give the devs creativity. You kind of like it seems like you gave them targets rather nowadays of what they got
Yeah,
to hit. Especially with like inclusivity and all that nonsense. Like Stellar Blade, that's a big thing. You can't have the woman looking hot with the big ass because apparently it's offensive. And it's like, dude, it's a game. They can do whatever they goddamn please. Don't tell a
yeah.
developer what he can draw or can't draw. Sick of hearing that. But no, these games are shit. I tried to look for some old ones. Xbox Games Showcase like 2010. I couldn't find anything. I didn't find like a consistent list. But I don't know, man. It seems like the era of the FPS shooter is dead, right? Because there isn't any FPS shooters announced. Not to be fair, it's just a showcase. More can be announced, but
Well,
like,
FPS is always going to be around, but it's like you remember, this always happens. Games genres boom throughout a couple years. So like for a while, it was battle royales. It was FPSs before that. It was zombie themed games before that. You
mm,
know, and then it was extraction shooters, which is kind of still kind of hot right now, like Tarkov, and they
mhm.
added that extraction shooting mode to the latest Warzone, and what's that other one? Hunt Showdown's another extraction shooter. I'm trying to think of what's that new genre everybody's like, oh, the hyper that new genre of games, the hyper realistic body cam, so
Body cam,
unrecord. Well, there's one
mhm,
called body cam and there's one called unrecord. Um
pretty
that's
cool.
also similar photorealistic shooters. I feel like that's going to be the new generation of shooters that's going to take off
Oh,
because I've seen some gameplay
it,
and it looks pretty good.
um, like the Dead by Daylight genre. It's a kind of extraction horror. They
Yeah.
came out with. I talked about Killer Clowns in Outer Space, right? I talked about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the same premise, but they're doing it better with like 3v8 or something, which is better. But yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, we get through those stages, and yeah, you're right. We are in that. I was gonna ask what we're at right now, but it is that body cam and ultra realistic. Seems like Escape from Tarkov
And VR is still
Study
like
Room
lingering as
VR.
like a
Yeah.
subgenre. Like VR is still having a lot of good games developed. A new
Oh,
Quest 3 just came out, and then yeah, so
well,
it's
can we
another
talk about
avenue of gaming for sure.
we're in gaming? They announced a new Batman Arkham game that's canon to the rest of the story. It takes place right between the end of Arkham Origins and the beginning of Arkham Asylum, and it's VR only, and the villain they're doing is the Rat King, but it's VR only, and it just like really made everyone sad, to be honest with you. I
Is it
can't
really
believe
VR only?
VR only. So first of all, they make Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, which is awful. Then before that they
Was
make
that
Gotham
game
Knights,
really
which is
that bad? It
awful.
looks so sick.
It's so bad, Paul. Don't get it. It's terrible. They fucked us so hard. And both of those are canon. Then they go and slap us in the face and say, okay, you want a game with Batman? All right, we got you. VR only, cocksuckers, and the Rat King is the boss. Just might as well shit
Yeah,
on my face, Paul,
yeah.
because I
I
can't believe it.
I
It's fucked
almost
up, man.
I almost impulse bought a brand new Quest 3 at GameStop like a few months ago with Haller. I was like, should I just buy this right now? The Quest 2s were on sale. And I'm
Those
like,
look
should I
junk.
just buy the 3? No, they're sick. Like
The three is okay, I guess. I've only used the
I've
two.
tried it too, they're all right, but um the thing with me in VR is like when VR first came out, I was like, when I get into it, it's gonna be when I have a house, have enough room, and also I have enough money to buy the best one. I want the HTC Vive. That is still $1,200 for the best one, and I don't think I
Well,
need it. And it hooks up to a
yeah, you do.
computer. I could use it down here, or I could use it in my living room. And so I'm just like, I just don't know. I'm on the fence about VR still. The problem is
No,
too is I don't have like any friends that have a newer VR, so it's like if I wanted to play like games with people, it would just be like with randoms, which is fine, but
I do really want to play multiplayer games with VR. I feel like you'd have way more fun solo.
both.
But there are shooters.
There's
Um,
that new game that's basically Mirror's Edge for VR that just came out. Looks
I
really
saw that.
cool.
I can't remember what it's called, but that does look cool. No, here's the thing, Paul. You remember how we were talking about how you get obsessed in the hobby? Get obsessed into expensive one of this because then I can come over and play VR. So just get the everyone drop in chat. Paul, buy the $1,200. Get the
You
two
never
grand
fuck come
VR.
over anyways. You'll come over to play VR?
Oh, I'll come over to play VR. Paul's gonna get a VR just for me. So little old me, $1,500. Offer up, Paul.
We can do
Give
the
me the
we can
ride.
do the Golden Gloves boxing training game. That one looks pretty fun
Mm,
on it actually, where you hit pads.
does look fun. Yeah. The only the only thing I've been saying about VR since it was around is like I'm gonna wait till I'm 35. If I want a VR, I'll get a VR, and whatever it's at then, I'll then. But then I'm not gonna buy because I think in 15 years from now or less, whatever it is,
Yeah.
13, we're gonna have pretty sick VR, right? But maybe it's one of those things, Paul, where it just goes up a little better because they're not really focused on it too hard. You know what I mean? The evolution of the VR so far is probably really good, but it's still got a long ways to go before it's like worth the money, right? Or maybe those be more commercially available in the future.
Yeah.
I suspect, but it'd still be shitty versions of it, right?
Well, do you think AR is gonna get anywhere?
What's that? Oh,
That's
augmented reality.
augmented reality.
We
So
run
it's
a
like where
trans shit.
Minecraft is like on your table, or like it adds things to your live view, but digitally via a camera or something.
Oh, like like they did the Apple Vision, right? Isn't that what
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
called?
yeah. Basically, kind of like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I could see that taking
I
off,
think
but
that's
not how
similar,
big it
anyways.
is and goofy. If you had glasses that did it, it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Give me a pair of glasses that do it that look cool. I'm not gonna wear that big thing around me. I'm a target.
No,
Everyone's gonna knock me in the head.
no.
Thing's dangerous. Can't even see behind you. You turn around, you're like, what the fuck? Anyway, I don't think it's gonna take off much, but maybe. I don't know. It just doesn't. I've never seen it look good, but it did look good on the Apple thing, and actually pretty cool. It's the dude who's watching porn right in front of the lady. He didn't even know. I was kidding. No, that's what Casey Neistat did. That's what he did.
Did he?
But it's neat. No, it was a
He's
meme.
in a meeting and you're just watching porn on your headset. And nobody else can see it, but you can
They
actively
would
see it.
know.
Your boss is
Yeah,
right there. There's your
be a lot
boss
of
is right
back
next to there on
off.
the conference table. There's some lady
Yeah.
bouncing on a dick right next to him, and you're
Wouldn't it
just
be
like,
more funny
yeah, yeah. You're listening.
if
You're
you
trying to pay
wouldn't
attention.
it be more funny if you were at court or something for like a traffic ticket or something and you're waiting in line? Uh,
You fuck this. I
and
want to watch
he's like,
something. Yeah, you to bring it
yeah, I
up.
would have watched something. Yeah, I figured out. That's so fucked up.
The
No, that'd be cool. What do you think? You think it's gonna take off? You fan of it?
AR. I think it's cool. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna keep up the same steam as VR.
Right.
Unless
No.
it like I don't know how it unless like they do board games or something would be kind of cool where like everybody's got a headset on, you're looking at the table and it's like a digital
Yeah.
Monopoly board that everybody can interact with. Like that's kind of cool. There's no mess to clean up. There's no
Is
pieces to
it?
pull out.
Uh,
But I
but is
like
it
that
cooler
aspect.
if it does have pieces? Yeah, isn't it cooler that you own it? Because then you don't need to connect to the internet to play a fucking board game. Like, if you have to connect to the internet to play a goddamn any game nowadays, you have to download a fucking
Yeah, I
50
get
gig
it.
update.
I
No, no,
get it.
no. Fuck that. Make your own shit. Fuck you. You buy that shit. I want to smack you in the head. You're so fucking dumb. What else?
Can we call it a show because I'm feeling pretty sick?
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. That's valid. Yeah. Well, we covered a lot. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. Been a really good episode so far, I think, and I'm
It's
happy
been
because I
really
know
good.
people are gonna watch this one.
Yes.
But yeah, you want to go to Gutterball? Let us know. I'll let Paul sign us off. But I really appreciate you watching thus far, and yeah.
Yeah, so really quick here before we sign off, new segment. We are going to do Joke of the Week now, hosted by yours truly. Jackson can throw one in now and again if he wants to. It's up to him, but I'm going to do it at the end of the show, right before I sign everybody off. So this is the Joke of the Week. First time ever at Gutterball 104 here. A guy walks into a library and asks for a book on suicide. The librarian looks up and says, "Fuck off, you'll never bring it back."
Did you come
Yeah,
up with
there you
that?
go. No,
Yeah, I come up with
I
that.
just found that joke. No.
Oh, can we do one that we didn't find? Oh, okay. Then I got the best one. I like really quick. George Carlin. He's like, there was a epidemic going around in the 80s in New York of people running around with syringes full of AIDS, and they'd stab you and say, "Hi, I gave you AIDS." And George Carlin said, "I'm okay with that because the first thing I say is I'm gonna go home and fuck your wife and kids." And then, yeah, no, that's a good one. That's
That's
George Carlin.
horrible. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
pretty
great
funny.
shit. All
All
right.
right, everybody. That was Gutterball 104. Have a great weekend. Whoa ho ho.